understand few frameworks which we have inside cybersecurity. Then we will see the products in each particular domain in our infrastructure, right? Be it network, cloud, all of it we'll see. And then, we'll start building the labs, okay, for cyber from scratch so that you can understand it, why cybersecurity is needed, right? What components come, into the picture. So if I'll start with the frameworks, so ISO 2, it's like if you deal in IT sector, government, I mean, if your business is coming from IT, government sector, health, then ISO 27001 is valid for you. So basically, it's like if you own any data, right, of your customers, employees, and you have in your business, then this certification is applicable on you. This compliance is applicable on you. So, there are many controls inside this ISO 27001 certification. A complete journey is there, right? Now, to start this ISO 27001, you need to have basic deployment in your organization, right? So firewall is one of the component to it, right? Data privacy, data security, data protection officer, all these things comes under this, right? You have to be ready for this certification, and there are surveillance checks and everything happens, after year and year once you get the certificate. Okay. So this is one of the you can say baby step towards the cybersecurity for any organization, right? Then comes NIST framework. So NIST is there for critical infrastructures like energy, healthcare, finance, transportation, where critical services are there. So, you have to again, there are controls because these frameworks, they bring compliances, they bring controls on any organization, that how you are going to store the data, process the data, what process you guys are follow, whether you are process oriented company, how you are going to remediate any cyber attack in case any attack happens on you, right? So these frameworks basically helping you to adopt the best practices of the cybersecurity, right? You might use in the industry, many company, they call themselves as cybersecurity company, but they just do these certification services, and they just provide VAPT services. Call themselves cybersecurity company, although there is nothing wrong in that, but they are just helping you to get the certificate, and they are just helping you to get your VAPT done, right? So basically they are helping you to implement the controls, they're helping you to implement the process, right? So from conventional methods, they're trying to make you process oriented companies, right? They don't know how to implement firewalls, how to build the infrastructure. No, they don't know about anything that, right? What they know, it's like that this is to ISO 27001, these many controls comes into the picture. This is the process for the certification. This many documents are needed, right? So they will help you to achieve all of it, right? But they don't provide end-to-end services. If you will ask them to implement firewalls, build your infrastructure, they won't be able to do it. So this is what we do, right? So we also help organizations in getting these certifications, as well as we design the entire infrastructure, implement, right, and help them in be compliant all the time, right? How they are processing the data and all that stuff. So these frameworks are important, and it depends on the industry you are coming from, right? And the relevant framework will be applicable on you, right? For many, HIPAA is not applicable, right? But for healthcare providers, health plans, healthcare, clearing houses, whatever it is, right? They are similarly PCI DSS, right? This is for the platforms where financial transactions are happening, institutes, payment processors. If you will notice on my website today, ngcloudx.com, directly we are not processing your payment, right? Who is doing the payment processing? For international, it is PayPal. For national, it is Razorpay. So for PayPal and Razorpay, it will be, mandate compliant to be PCI DSS, right? They have to have this because they are doing the transactional processing. We are not doing it. What we do, we hand off the transaction to them. So the moment you proceed to check out, your transaction is getting handed over to their payment gateways, right? So earlier, for companies, it was becoming really difficult to be all these, compliant and launch these services. But now, because of the REST APIs and API-based architectures, you can connect your system with another system, right? So now we are getting the aggregators. So Razorpay, PayPal, what they are doing, they are just giving you the way to accept the payment, right, from the customers, and you are also out of that compliant. You need not to maintain any compliant. You need not to compliance, and you need not to maintain any the infrastructure to deal with that particular network of Visa and Mastercard. So they will take care of it, right? Similarly, GDPR. So mainly GDPR in Europe, you will see we have very, you can say strict enforcement of this. So businesses, government agencies, non-profitable businesses, everything comes under it, right? So how you are processing the data, how you are storing the data, privacy, consent, have you taken it or not, right? Everything comes into it. So basically, what frameworks are coming into the picture, if we will not have these certifications, framework, compliances enforced, what companies will start using your data the way they want, and they can do anything of your data, right? Why data is important? See, today everything is becoming online. We are making purchases, we are doing shopping, we are booking travel, right? We are booking leisure, right? I mean, for hotels and all that stuff. Even, so many things you do online today, right? Now, whatever data you are providing to that particular website or that business, right? If they are going to store it, and later on, if they are going to sell it to someone without your consent, that third party can abuse that data, and you could be in problem. Exactly, right? So, and it happened. It's not like that it didn't happen. It happened first, right? Then only these things they get enforced. First, the problems comes, you know, issue reported by many people, things got noticed by the governments, right? Then they enforce such things. If you compare it in India, we got DPDP Act. I mean, still it is not enforced in very early stages, right? So still India is not having any compliance, right? Although now it will be there, Data Privacy and Data Protection Act. There are other countries also. The government is not doing anything. They are not even aware that how the external businesses, IT companies, they are playing with the data because they don't understand the value of can be used to manipulate so many things, right? Your interest, targeting ads, right? You can be blackmailed. You can be, your details can be used to, you can say spoof someone else, right? I mean, details can be taken out, and then your family members can be spoofed, something like that. Anything can happen, right? So how these, uh, latest example, if I'll give you AI, we are giving so many prompts. Even people have uploaded their photographs, so many things you have done with AI solutions. Now they have your data. They can do anything they want, right? And you don't even know, might be they are selling your data to someone, and your uh, things are getting utilized. You are not even aware of that. Your voice, your eye retina scans, your facial expressions, features, right? Your hair. Because what AI is trying to do, AI is trying to, you know, bring services in a way so that normal human dependency can be removed. Okay. This is what AI is trying to solve, right? It can be done when things will be processed in a way. Let's take an example. Today, you are generating any video through AI. Okay. So that video should look real. Then people will start using that tool more and more, right? And might be possible that whatever efforts you put in today to create a video or to, whatever production houses we have, right? All those people who are putting so much effort to generate those videos, they will go away, and you just need a good video can be created. No direction needed, no script is needed. Everything is done by AI, right? Now, to produce such things needs data. Okay. It's like this. Across globe, we are so distinct, right? How we are so distinct. All humans, we are so distinct, right? Different features, different. I mean, we carry our unique identity. Okay. I mean, it's very difficult to find a clone. I mean, twins are there, but it is very difficult. But just imagine, same thing you have to achieve from AI. Okay. How you will do it? So that's why they launched free services to get your data. Once you have given them the data, now they are creating a unique avatars. They are using your data to create a new face, which you will not see that it is you or someone else, but might be your features have been used. And they have not even taken any consent from you, right? Similarly, they are using your voice. They got trained, right? Now AI regulations are about to come because see, it's like whenever any new thing comes into the market, right? First, it gets adopted by the people, it gets adopted by the criminals, then abuse happened of that particular new technology, and then government comes into the picture and policy gets framed around it, and frameworks they get created. And this is how these frameworks they are into effect, right? So how these companies, businesses coming from different sector, they are processing your data, right? So we have compliances and controls. If you don't meet those controls and compliances, you will be out. I mean, your certification will be disqualified, disowned, or it will be taken away from you, right? Now, why do I do such certifications? What is the need? So if I'll give you my example, if I wanna just a minute, so if I wanna participate in any business, I mean tender, or I wanna sell services to someone, some other business, right? I wanna give them something. Okay. The very first thing they can ask me that you should be ISO 27000 compliant at least, right? My client can require it. Okay. Because you will be processing my data, my customer data. I want you to be compliant of this. Okay. So the compliance requirement is coming from your end customer, right? Because you are not dealing in D2C, I mean direct to customer, right? You are dealing in B2B, business to business. So your client is asking you to be compliant. So you have to take this certification, right? Or government is asking you to do this because you come from that particular sector, right? So somebody has to enforce it on you. Then only you will undergo it. Otherwise, nobody is going to, spend their time, money, because it's like setting up the hierarchy, the professionals, right? Because you have to designate the roles. You will be having DPO, data protection officer, you will be having your CISO, because these roles will be coming under these frameworks and certifications, right? So DPO you need to have, CISO you need to have, CIO you need to have, right? And you need to delegate the work to each of them. You need to have a process to remediate the cyber attacks. If in case it happens on you, what would be your immediate responses to it, right? What will you do? Okay. So, and how you're storing the customer data, what risk you carry. So all of it, it gets documented and you get a process because of these. frameworks, right? So we'll not go much into it, but just for overview so that you understand, right, what these compliances, because you must have heard of it, right? Might be your organization is already certified. If it is coming from these sectors, you will check your organization status for these certifications, and you will see that one of the certification is already there with your organization. If you are coming from IT company, definitely they will be having ISO 27001, right? Now, if I talk about, I mean, this is the nice picture I got over Google because I was just trying to make you understand that what product we have in each domain. First, we need to understand the security landscape, what domains we have for security landscape, right? And what products, what companies are there, till what extent you have to upscale, in short, right? If I'll start with enterprise networking, I'm not sure who created it. Kudos to him, whosoever has created it. Very nice. I mean, in one shot, you are able to explain that what options you have. So, enterprise networking. Here you have your routers, switches, right? So, which companies are providing you all of it? So, Cisco is there, Fortinet is there, Arista is there, Dell is there, right? HP is there, Versa, Huawei, Megaport, right? F5, Comscope, all these companies are there who are helping you for enterprise networking. Because you need to have a network, right? Without network, nothing can move, be it wired or wireless. You need a network. Then comes the very next component, that is network security. Now, who is providing security for your network? The Palo Alto is very good company. Fortinet, Cisco, right? Zscaler, Kado Networks, Netscope, Akamai, Redware, right? Cloudflare, Checkpoint, Sonic Wall, all these players are there who are helping you for network security. Few solutions are only cloud-based, like Zscaler, Netscope, right? So typically, I would not say that they will provide you LAN security in our office, but yeah, WAN security, yes, they are there, right? So we are talking about complete network across your businesses. If you have 100 branches, 50 branches, multiple locations, then definitely Zscaler, Cato, Netscope, they become the player in this. But if you're just having one office and you're talking about LAN security, then Zscaler, Netscope, they go out of the picture, right? Then your firewalls will play the vital role. In email security, the solutions which are trending, your Proofpoint, Checkpoint, right? So Proofpoint email security, I have seen many where it is implemented. Checkpoint email security is very good. We do have Cisco email security, but not that much people are adopting it. Netscope, Microsoft, Palo Alto, all these vendors, they are providing their email security solutions. But if you see the market share, so you will see that Proofpoint, Ashu, can you turn off your camera? So Proofpoint, Trend Micro, right? Checkpoint, these are the leaders in email security whose solution is getting implemented. If I talk about identity access, so to manage your identity, Microsoft is one of the biggest player. Then comes your Okta, right? Then we do have Cisco, Ping Security is there, RSA is there, Tenable is there, right? Tails is there, SailPoint is there. But if you see the leaders, Microsoft, Okta, they lead it, right? And Ping and Dio is also getting utilized, but mainly the most adoption rate, what I have seen so far within my customer base, because I have more than 100 plus customers, right? And I worked in the past with many customers. So mostly I've seen Microsoft and Okta as their identity and access management solutions. Then physical security for your access cards, the and your server room securities, your physical perimeter securities. All these companies are available because if you're making a data center, right? And you have to have that physical security also, because cybersecurity has different layers, which I will be talking about in upcoming sessions, right? And it all starts with the physical security first. It should not be like that. You are storing the data, you are doing the processing of the data in your rack, right? And you have to just secure that particular thing. You should ensure that there should not be any physical trespassing, or it should be like physically someone cannot visit your servers and do the damage. Otherwise, you won't be able to safeguard those servers, right? Because the ultimate goal is to impact your services. It also comes into the picture as part of the cyber security only. Then in OT, operational technology, so Fortinet is there for Dragos is there, Kaspersky is there, Palo Alto is there, Honeywell is there, Forescout is there, right? Tenable is there, because now OT is also becoming one of the you can say the center point, right, for cybersecurity. Many production plants, you know, energy sector companies are getting targeted by the cyber attacks, and it is impacting the services, right? So that's when OD is also becoming your one of the critical, you can say, point of focus. Now, for observability, we have solutions like Dynatrace, Elastic, right? Then ServiceNow is there, Logarithm is there, Datadog is there, right? So the Grafana is there, because you need to observe the things also. Whatever is going on, you need something through which you can observe it, right? So you have these solutions available. Then, if you scroll it down, data center solutions. What do we have inside data centers now? In data centers, obviously in servers, you will be having Dell, HP, right? These are the big players. Then Cisco servers are also there, UCS chassis and all. So Cisco, Dell, HP, these are the big players for servers. In networking, again, Cisco switches, routers, Arista, Juniper, all these, uh, players you will see. Lenovo is also there, right? Then in hyperscaling technologies in data center, Nutanix is there, ESXi is there, right? IBM is there, Red Hat is there. So all these companies are there who are providing solution in data center. Although here, cybersecurity companies are not mentioned because it got covered in the network security. So those things are also valid here, because when you're building data center, obviously without firewalls and DDoS and IPS, your stack is incomplete, right? So that particular part is also applicable here. Okay. Now, public cloud providers, AWS, Google, Microsoft, Wiz, sorry, not Wiz, that is cloud security. Huawei, Snowflake, DigitalOcean, right? All these players are your public cloud providers, Rackspace and all that. Many of you will be working inside this company providing support. So you should be you should have that particular uh, instinct that what you are doing actually, where you are helping, where you are contributing. Then comes cloud security. So in cloud security, we got Palo Alto Solution, Wiz, Zscaler, Tenable, Fortinet, Point, or Orca Security. All these players are now providing you cloud-based security solutions. Then comes your collaboration. What do I need inside? We all got connected through Teams meeting. Similarly, you have Zoom, Avaya, Cisco, Twilio, Slack, Salesforce, all these Ring Central. When I was with one of the TAC, we used to use this to get connected with the customers, right? One of my company was using this Cisco WebEx as a solution, right? So all these options are available to get connected with your customers. Initial days, if I'll tell you my initial days, whenever we used to do the migrations, now coordinating with FE was a task, right? So we used to get connected either on Skype if we get lucky, right? If FE is carrying Skype in the laptop. So we used to get connected on Skype so that he can do screen share, right? Otherwise, you have to guide everything on call that now you need to do this, you need to do this. Today, the collaboration, has evolved in a way, and we call it UCC, Unified Collaboration. So UCC has evolved in a way that this application is doing so many things. We can screen share, we can get connected, we can use chat, we can interact with each other, we can create mini rooms, right? So many things are happening through one particular application. So, these solutions, they have evolved now. And, remote access has become literally so easy that now you don't struggle to get the remote access of the user machines. Okay. Then, if you see other solutions inside endpoint security, so Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, Sentinel-1, Sophos, Checkpoint, Cisco, Fortinet, right, Trend Micro, Kaspersky. If you ask me what are the trending OEMs in this, so CrowdStrike we all know, right? Sentinel-1 is SDR is also good. Trending, if you see it's Trend Micro, mostly you will see Trend Micro is implemented. You will see CrowdStrike, right? You will see Sentinel-1 also, Microsoft Defender, you will see, okay? And then Checkpoint, Palo Alto, these solutions also, you will see McAfee and all that, Kaspersky. Then comes your DLP solutions, data security. So you have Cisco, Fortinet, Microsoft, ForcePoint, right? Netscope, all these providers are there for data security, strictly for your uh, credit card information, Aadhaar, and personal information. Compliance is applicable on you, then you have to buy data security solutions also. Then for storage and backup, these are the companies, NetApp, Dell, IBM, Hitachi, and all that. Oh, and for call centers, because if you're a business, you sell products to your uh, consumers, so they need support. You need to have a contact center. So earlier we used to use Avaya based call centers. Now Avaya is just gone. We have contact centers that is cloud based. So Genesis is doing really good. Nice is doing really good, to be honest. They killed Avaya literally, right? AWS contact center solution is very good, right? Then Twilio is there, Cisco is there, right? But right now in the market, Nice is doing pretty good, Nice and Genesis. So if you see these many things are there, just imagine, right? So identity access, we have seen a couple of times in my training, Okta, Microsoft, email, it is yet to be covered. Network security, we have seen so many things, right? So enterprise networking, so many things we have worked upon, right? Uh, in Here, I think we have used uh, Splunk, right? Elastic, I can see if I can arrange Elastic, right? In OD, I didn't teach you that, but we have worked upon it. We have clients from OD domain, so we know what solutions we need to deploy there, right? Physical security, we have not touched yet, right? That particular thing we don't take care of. But yeah, other than this, data center technologies, HP, Dell, Juniper, Arista, Cisco, Nutanix, your ESXi, Broadcom, right? IBM, all of it, we take care of that. Then public cloud, so AWS, Azure, GCP, okay? So, and then cloud security is coming. So now you need to imagine till what level you have to upscale, because cybersecurity and all of it, it is somewhere related to cybersecurity, right? Now in upcoming sessions and from today onwards, we'll start the lab and we'll try to understand the threat landscapes, how it grows, and till what level I need to take care of it. Okay. So you understood the frameworks, you understood the companies from different domain, what type of solutions we get. Now what we need to understand, it's like how actually it gets implemented. and what risk we carry if we are not going to implement the solution, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first build a normal topology. So we will be taking one Linux server. So you have one Linux, right? We will be hosting one website here. So let's first use case will be like, let's build the use case that I am a service provider, right? I'm launching my e-commerce store, right? Let's take an example. Any brand, anything you can name it. Shopping. You're launching shopping.com, right? Now to build this shopping.com, what is needed? What you will be needing it, right? So let me just make it a little bit big. You're launching e-commerce store shopping.com. Now, what would be needed in terms of infrastructure? Let's take an example. Right now, you have zero knowledge of cybersecurity, right? You're just launching it. So the very first option I have, the option is I will be spinning up one. Let's take an example. This is startup company. They are just coming into the market. So what they will be doing, group of friends, right? So option one, I'm gonna do spin up server in cloud service provider. This is my option one, right? So let's list down all the options here. So very first thing I'm gonna do that I'm gonna create my VPC, right? And I will be, so we'll see both options, cloud based and on-prem based. So option one, and I'm going on cloud. Being a startup, I don't have any infrastructure. I just simply spin up one EC2 instance in AWS, right? So I created my VPC. So I created my VPC and then I'm just getting started. So this is my EC2 AWS. Let's take an example. This is AWS, right? So I would be needing internet gateway, uh, your subnet, all of it, whatever we have studied so far in AWS training. So I'll keep it very simple. Few users might be joining it for the first time. So let's just think that you know the prerequisites of AWS and how to get connected to the internet. And you have that subnet, your VPC, everything is there. And what you did, you directly connected this to the internet. So you got the internet connectivity through internet gateway, right? Now when you are going to just 1 minute. Let me connect a different cloud so that I can launch attack through Kali and all because Kali will be in a different subnet. So let me just connect this and give it a name internet. So this is the very first thing a startup company can do, launching your services, building shopping.com. So you fired up your server, right? And now you will be installing your dependencies related to backend, front end databases, right? you will build your application in the server, right? So what you would be needing, so first spin up server, then domain is needed. So shopping.com DNS record, wherever your DNS is placed, right, will be pointing towards this EC2 instance, whatever public IP you get from AWS, right? So you'll update your DNS that shopping.com belongs to this server, right? So whosoever is coming from internet, they are typing shopping.com. You will get that public IP and you are going to land on this server, right? So DNS is needed, then you will be hosting your application on the server. So web server is needed. Web server is needed, right? Then your backend technology will be there. You can use basis on your, your application architecture. So if you want to use Python, you will go with Django or you will go with Flask. If you want to use the .NET, you can use dot. Then your front-end technology. Why I'm writing everything? Because everywhere cyber attack is possible. Every component, whatever you do online, everything is vulnerable. So backend technology, front-end technology, web server, then comes your database, right? So all of it is needed to host a website. Very basic. Few things might be I'm missing, but this is, in a lump sum, you need to host a website. When you host a website, right, with these options, these many things, now what will happen? So you go online and let's take an example. Today, shopping.com is not that, uh, you can say, famous, but later point of time, it became famous. And in terms of cybersecurity, there is nothing. Now, what this shopping.com is doing, storing config, what data it is going to store, right? That also we need to capture. Shopping.com data processing. So customer personal data would be needed, right? Name, mobile number, email address, age. If customer is making online orders, and let's take an example, they are not aware of compliances or payment gateways or whatever it is, they have their on-prem payment gateway also, right? So payment system is also there, right? So you are storing financial data, credit card, expiry date, card number, right? All the CVV, everything you are storing for seamless checkouts and all that. So you are storing financial data, you are storing personal data, customer, right? Address, your because that is needed for invoicing. So address, mobile number, email, first name, last name, credit card data you are storing. So these many things you are storing, right? And their order history. So this much data, I mean, this is very basic. I'm just putting up here. This much data this website is storing. Right? Now just imagine if I'm going to hack this website, shopping.com. What benefit an hacker can get? I will be able to first, I mean, I'm not damaging shopping.com. I'll keep that shopping.com up and running, right? What benefit I can get out of it? I can get the customer personal data. I can get their financial data, right? And then I can abuse it. I can misuse it. I can sell it on dark web, right? So because I'm not interested in shopping.com. I'm interested in their customers. That's my you know motive. I can pick that data, I can sell it to their competitor, right? And I can brought down their business. Because if data leak happens, business will go down. No customer will show the trust again. If I'll say that I have leaked your data, it will not come to me again, right? If I'll say that I have leaked your address, I have leaked your mobile, I have leaked your email address, I have leaked your, uh, you know, uh, credit card information and everything, you will not come to me again. So that's why e-commerce store, what is happening around the world today? See, no one is develop. I mean, it's not like that we have so many developers, right? And everyone knows how to build a website, how to build e-commerce, something like that. So what is happening? Platforms like Shopify, right? And in platform Dukan in India of Shopify, right? So what they do, they let you create your e-commerce store in just few clicks, right? Or either you can hire someone over so many freelancing website and you can get your project done. Now the store owner, they don't know the risk associated with it. They just launch their brand, running Instagram ads, Facebook ads, people are coming, placing orders, giving their information, because we are providing our information and we don't know in future what is going to happen with us, right? So whatever scams, whatever transactional frauds are happening with you, they don't happen overnight. See, hacker is having your data. From where they got that data? Either through social platform, Facebook, they tried hack Facebook, they got the data from there, or Instagram. Because whatever information you are posting online, you are making yourself vulnerable. You yourself is exposing yourself, in short, right? So we are giving our data to the advisories, and these people, they are continuously tracking you. Okay. And then, because why I'm telling all of this, one of my friend uh, underwent, he did some shopping from one of the website. That shopping was, that website was pretty new. He just saw one advertisement over Instagram, clicked on it, placed the order. Everything went so smooth. Website was also legit, right? He got the order also. But after a couple of months, there were certain, fraudulent transactions happened on his credit card. And he was having no clue how this happened, right? Because many e-commerce store, they are also storing your CVV. And in few countries, OTP is not mandate. So if I have your credit card number, if I have your, CVV number, I know your date of birth, I know the expiry date. What else is needed to make a transaction then, right? So this is how they try to, pick the target and individual. I mean, if I will be targeting any individual person, across the globe, it will become a tedious job for me, right? So there are types of threat actors. One threat actor will be busy in stealing the information from these websites. See, we have classification of these advisories. If you go on dark web, there you will see there is a system which works. It's not like that everything is happening just by one person or something like that. No, there is a system, a complete process. So what is happening? There are guys who are after data. Their job is to steal the data from these websites. They will steal the data. They'll try to negotiate with the brand owner or the business owner that give us this money, else we are going public. If brand owner, business owner understands the criticality, they will negotiate, try to do something with hacker, or they will just, sit back and do nothing. In that case, hacker will expose their data, right, over dark. Now, few hackers, the other community will come who will be buying this data, and now they will start attacking the individuals because they don't come from the technical background, they don't know hack, right? In India right now, we have so many villages, they are doing scam with a lot of people. How they are able to do it? They don't know how to do hack, right? So they buy data from these data uh, thieves. Okay, because now, guys, you need to understand data is going to be next oil. Countries will fight for it. Not today, but yeah, in future, countries will fight for data. Because to train your AI, you need data. Without data, you cannot train your AI models. Okay. So hacking a website without protection becomes very easy. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna launch one web server here, create one basic app, and then I'll try to do port scanning through Kali Linux, and we'll see till what level I get the information. And slowly and gradually, we will see that without any security infrastructure, right, what level of exposure I give over internet, right, how vulnerable I become. So let me take the access. Let me assign one IP address here. Okay. So this IP, we have to assign it on the server, and my gateway is 200.1. If you do this configuration, this machine will get the internet access. So Maitre framework, the attack framework, if you study, the very first thing hacker is going to do, that will be your reconnaissance, right? So reconnaissance, what tools we have to do port scanning. What are all the ports which are open on that particular domain, right? So let me just do the configuration real quick. Right. This is gateway fields. Type is mask. I have to write it here. And you need to provide your DNS server so that DNS queries can be resolved. Click save and turn on the interface, right? And now you can see connection established. I got the reachability. So if I'll open up my terminal, so first try to ping your gateway. Gateway is reachable. Now I can try ping internet. Internet is reachable. I can try ping Uh, let's take an example. I can try paying google.com just to ensure that DNS is also working. So it is also working. Good to go. So we have to do some updates, right? And then only we will be able to launch one website here. So initially, I'll just start with Apache web server. We'll see, then we'll deep dive into these databases and all that, and how to have the hack. So this web server I'm installing right now. The web server got installed, great. So if I will check the status, so it is up and running. So you can just check the local service first on port 80, and then we will host. We'll change the index file. So it is HTTP. So you got the web page, right? So let me make the changes. CD var www html, right? And you do ls, you will be able to see index.html, right? So rm minus rf, let's write a baby code. The next time I will not be doing coding in front of you. We'll keep the app ready, right? And we'll just see the cybersecurity point of view, right? So this is basic. That's what I'm covering here. Next time we'll keep the application up and running so that we can just perform the direct attack and we can understand that how vulnerable it is. Okay. So save, exit, restart your server, right? Now let's refresh. Welcome to our shopping app. Get the trending outfit for you. Okay, this app is ready. So this is running locally on this server, right? And what is the IP address? This IP. If I'm gonna hit this IP directly from my machine, because they are in, inter VLAN communication is allowed. If I will be hitting it, so I'll also get this. Welcome to our shopping app, right? So I'm an internet user. Okay. I'm coming from outside by using this cloud and hitting the server, right? Similarly, hacker will also come now, right? So we have Kali in our network. Through that, we will be doing port scanning on this, right? And remembering IP becomes a tedious job. So let me do one thing. Let me also add a DNS record to this. So let's create a DNS forest for this shopping.com. So go to tools, DNS, and create one forest. So here, let me add a new zone, and this is going to be shopping.com. Got created. Let's add one a record which says that shopping.com is available on this address. This is what DNS does, right? So now in my machine, instead of typing the IP, what can I do? I can do NS lookup for shopping.com. So NS lookup shopping.com. So if you see, my query went to my local DNS server and I got this IP. Okay. So now let me do this. HTTP shopping.com. Let's go incognito. I think there is one domain, shopping.com. Let me see to it. So somehow it is connecting us to the shopping.com. There might be a page, right? So that's why, it is recommended that whenever you create any DNS record or DNS servers, always have it local, right? So instead of shopping.com, we can have shopping.local, right? So that this environment can work. So I can delete this. I can create a new zone. Shopping.local, okay? So that my PC don't send the request towards internet. Although it should not be, need to check why it is sending it towards internet. Now there should not be any problem because this local is not routable over internet, okay? So now if I will ping this local, I'll get this and let me see. See, I got the application. Okay, now what we need to do, let's take an example. Your app is hosted, users are coming, they are able to see the content, interact with it. With this topology, where you don't have anything, right? So the very first thing, as per the Maitre framework, attack chain which we have, hacker is going to do reconnaissance, right? And how do they reconnaissance? With the help of the tools, right? So I will be connecting to my Kali. So this is my Kali machine. So Kali OS is for pen testing, right? It helps to do a lot of things. Built-in tools are there. This OS has been basically built to do the network penetration, Wi-Fi penetration, forensics, application penetration. A lot of things you can do with this OS. It is really good, right? So let's just wait for it. Okay. So this is Cali. Although you have so many tools here, if you see, right, all applications here, you will be able to see. For reconnaissance, what tools it has, right? So we will be using Nmap. Nmap is installed. Okay. And these many burp suite is also there, and these many options are available, right? And category wise, if you want to do host information, then Spider is there, network information, then Nmap is there, Zenmap is there. You can use all of them, right? Network information related to DNS, DNS recon is there, right? Then vulnerability scanning, so GBMB installed, right? Then Nmap is there for vulnerability scanning. Then comes your web scanning, right? So these many tools are available. You can just use and they will give you so many insight about the application. Then vulnerability scanning. So Nikto, Burp Suite, normally we use it, right? So they will help us to identify the vulnerability because of what I did. I just installed the web server, Apache, and I hosted my application on it, right? So whatever web server is currently running, whatever vulnerabilities are there, how you will identify it, right? So with the help of Kali, I can do it. So let me ping, let's try to ping shopping.local. First, ensure that you have the reachability because if there is no reachability, then you won't be able to do anything. Now, why this domain name cannot be resolved? Because the Kali is not having the local DNS configuration, right? So what I can do instead of ping, I can instead of pinging the domain, I can directly ping the IP address. That reachability is there. Dot 199. So you can see I have the reachability to the target web server because for we tried mimicking internet bound application, right? So now what I'm gonna do in map and I'll just type the IP address so you can identify the public IP of any website and then you can launch it. Although never do cyber attacks on public websites, you can put yourself at risk. This is just for education purpose. Now, if I do the port scanning, this will tell me what ports are open, what type of services are running, right? It will try to identify the host operating system and all that stuff. So here, if you see trace route result that how do you reach to this, how many hops this particular web server is away from you, right? The services which are open, so you can see this AD is open and you can see Apache web server is running. It is Apache version is also getting there 2.4.18 and it is also telling you that it is running on Ubuntu. Okay, so here you can see the details. Site doesn't have a title yet, right? HTTP methods, supported methods, post option get head. So many things it did, right? That nmap. And we are now able to see that and discovered open ports. If you see 2000, 50, 60, and 80, these three ports are open on that server, right? So three ports are open, and sometimes what happens, it's like developers. they open SSH also. I'll tell you how. Because they wanna get into the server so that they can build it here. We have taken the console access, right? But sometimes it becomes very pathetic to take the console access all the time. Just a minute, it is getting hanged a little bit. Let me close this. Okay, got the session back. So we got the console of this, right? But mostly what we do that we open the SSH access of the server so that we can get connected with the server through PuTTY, right? Or any terminal we are using, right? So right now only port 80 was open, 2050 60 was open. Now I'll open port 22 also. SSH. Let me get the packages. So this, these operating systems, be it Ubuntu, Windows, they have their native firewalls also, right? So this Ubuntu is also having Ubuntu firewall, so we have to allow the ports there also. By default, your service open up the port, but if you wanna allow the port, you can do it. We have to install the OpenSSH server, and then we will be able to get the access of this server on through PuTTY also, right? And then again, if you will do the port scanning, there you will see SSH port will come open, right? So this is how what is happening. These advisories, cyber attackers, they have scripts going on, right? Continuously scanning each and every public IP, because if you want to go online, you need public IP, right? So they are continuously scanning your public IPs, and the moment you turn on any service on that public IP, you are making yourself vulnerable because you're opening the door. Now you're opening the door either for your customers or you're opening the door for yourself, right? But you are opening the door. Now hackers will try to come through that door. They will try to find the vulnerabilities. They'll try to get into the server. Because in this topology, this is like nothing is there, only one server is there, right? This is completely vulnerable solution. Okay. So in upcoming session, we will see that how to place firewalls, how to put endpoint security in the server so that we can at least safeguard, right, our services, right? And then we will build the network also. because internal developers will be accessing the server for development. Internet users will be coming from outside. Okay. So that we will understand. I think this will take time because first time it is getting boot, so a lot of packages will be there. So those packages, those list will be updated, and then we can install the packages whatever we want, right, in this machine. So it will take some time. Pausing the video here because it can take